Well, welcome back to Central Valley Business. My name is Steve Walling, your host, and boy, have I got a couple of people on this segment. We're reaching out all the way to South Africa. The name of the company is Ocean Basket. We've got its founder and director. Please come on and give us your names and tell us about yourselves.
Okay, we lost you in the beginning, but
Did we lose some?
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, Feth?
This segment is brought to you by Jonathan Rooker of the Law Office of Nuttall and Coleman. We help good people during tough times. Call 441-0441.
MPS Security, Fresno's premier private security and investigative services. They exceed expectations. Call them at 559-478-7747.
For Italian cuisine, you've grown up knowing that DeCicco's in Clovis has the best. Now, for grown-ups, DeCicco's Lounge at Clovis and 4th in downtown Clovis for your after-work relaxation and all of your special events needs.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
All right, Central Valley Business. I am your host, Steve Walling, and our guests for this segment are from South Africa. Their business is Ocean Basket. They've got an incredible story. I read about how they got started, and they've got so many good things going for them. I welcome my guest, Feth, and I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. Grace. Okay, Feth, tell me a little bit about this. This was an incredible journey to create your business. How did that happen?
Steve, this happened in 1995. 1995, we opened up a little seafood restaurant, and we had 30 chairs, a 30-seater restaurant.
Right.
1995. Steve, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Very good. In any case, we started with one single shop in Menlyn Park Shopping Centre.
And in your story, you had to overcome a lot of obstacles to create this, and you were successful even with the obstacles that you had to overcome. And there was something that came out of that I was really impressed with. You have a philosophy that you shared that it's not about what can't be done, it's about finding a way to do what you want to do. And that's been evidently your guiding light through this whole process. So how big is Ocean Basket now?
Steve, we're in 15 different territories all over the world. We're nearly on touching 200 stores. And our philosophy to this day is still chase the dream and don't worry about the money.
There you go. That's great. Now you wanted to share, you're getting ready to open in, was it Australia?
No, Egypt. We're going to be opening in Egypt and Saudi Arabia in the next few weeks.
Whoa, Egypt and Saudi Arabia. Well, you really are, you're just kind of covering the blue. How many stores do you have?
We're touching 200.
3,200. From one little shop in one little...
200, not 3,200.
Oh, 200?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little bit of an issue with the sound, but even still, from one little shop down there, and you're spanning the globe. And when we were talking off camera, I asked you, at some point in time, you're looking at coming to the States, aren't you?
Well, it's definitely a territory that we'd love to enter and to serve seafood to the Americans. Obviously, America is really huge, and we're going to have a look at which state we start off in, but we certainly do have intentions of coming to the United States.
And your menu, because of the restrictions in your first store, was initially pretty limited, but it was a very successful menu. And you were saying that it's still pretty much the same menu today, but you've expanded a little bit in some of your stores.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so our menu is pretty much the same as you say. The magic of Ocean Basket is its simplicity. It's seafood focused, that's the only protein. And we basically focus on prawns, which I think you call shrimps.
Right.
Calamari, lionfish, hake. And we serve it in many different ways with many different combinations. So the core of the menu has not changed for 20 years. And we do introduce just enhanced flavors and enhanced combinations.
And one of the things that in the article in Entrepreneur Magazine that was key in this whole process is the freshness of the product that you bring to your customers. You know, and as you spread around the world, is that difficult to do, or have you developed a system where that works pretty easy for you?
Yeah.
That's a walk in the park, my good friend.
Is it?
That is the easiest. That's a walk in the park because we go to the source, directly to the source. We find the fish, we find the calamari, the king clip, the prawns, the mussels. We find the oysters, everything in Ocean Basket. We go directly to the source.
And so the product that you're bringing to your customers is fresh, and it's very. Go ahead.
Everything these days is what they call fresh frozen.
Okay.
So everything is worked at sea. The only thing we always have to be is honest with the consumer. The consumer is who we work for.
Right.
At the end of the day, we only work for the consumer, and we have to be honest with the consumer. So everything is fresh, frozen at sea.
That's tremendous. And apparently, the consumers are very happy with the products that you're bringing to their tables. And that's always in business a wonderful thing to have happen.
Listen, my good friend, we win about 15 awards a year.
Really?
Every single newspaper, every single television votes Ocean Basket the best brand. And the reason why is because we are so focused. We stick with one protein. We do not sell meat. We do not sell chicken.
Right.
We only sell fish.
And you've got it down where you have one specialty, and you've mastered that specialty, and you've brought it to your customers in a way that obviously they appreciate it very much, and you've grown a very successful business out of that.
And 15 years ago, we introduced sushi.
Okay.
15 years ago, we decided that South Africa needed sushi. We had 100 outlets about 15 years ago. Yeah, somewhere there. 120 outlets, and we discussed amongst the partners, and we said it's time now that we introduce sushi to South Africa. So we offer 3 offerings within our stores.
Oh,
We do
that's
sushi, we do takeaway fish, and we do sit-down restaurant seafood.
It's a great story that you have, which is highlighted by a great product that you bring to your customers. I'm looking forward to the day that you end up here in California in the States. I know it's coming at some point. You're growing. Your story is a wonderful success story, and I appreciate you taking the time to be on the show today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Steve. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.